Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
That was really-
Nice. Strong start. I love that. So do you want to explain who you are?
Okay. I'm your sister.
I forgot. Glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk a bit about food in family homes and then how that compares when you go to university and the shifts in that.
I love food.
You love
So
yeah. So I'm glad we've started. In fact, I'll just stop it there. That was nice.
yeah. I love food.
What's your favourite food?
Oh, right. So sausages, final answer.
Fine answer. Locked it in.
Because
Yeah.
by flavours at Asda, they've got this deal on where you can get 2 for £4. And it's two packets of 6 sausages. So I had Bramley apple ones the other day, and then the spicy ones as well.
Which were nicer?
Spicy ones.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for a Bramley apple sausage.
They're actually quite nice with a bit of mash, bit of gravy.
You've always loved sausages though, haven't you, Anya?
Yeah, I love sausages. It's been my most consistent favourite food.
We used to tease Anya about getting sausages for her birthday because she used to eat them by the packet load, which she found funny for a bit and then actually started getting a little bit annoyed because
I mean, for a while I was like, fair, I'll take sausages for my birthday. I love them. I don't know why I panicked when you said favourite food, because in my head I knew I was going to say sausages.
Yeah, I didn't see any panic. You answered pretty instantly. Okay, glad we cleared that up. So I want to talk about meal times at home, because I find we don't really do breakfast or lunch in the same way that we do dinner. And when we do dinner, it's very much food orientated. So we don't talk when we eat.
No, we eat. That
is what we've come to do.
Talk before and after, but not during the eating time.
Yeah, but I'm really slow to eat, and then you'll leave me by myself. So yeah, we talk before and after. You don't talk to me after.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that really annoys me because it's up to me to offer you my food if I don't want it anymore. You can't just take it.
But I've known you for 19 years. I know when you're not going to finish a meal, so I might as well just cut out the whole, oh, I think I'm going to eat it, and I'll just take it.
But what if I surprise myself?
You're very
annoying. And sometimes I really want to have the room. So yes,
you never do, because you always get annoyed. You go, but I'm gonna eat it, and then I'm like, go on then, and you can't do it. So we just could have cut out that argument, and I just should have taken the chips. Like,
still don't like it. I think it should be on my terms if you're going to eat my dinner. You don't do it in a restaurant, do you?
No.
Why is that? Because it's rude. Bad etiquette.
Do you know what else you shouldn't do in a restaurant? Line up your chips in height order. But you know what? We've all got little quirks, don't we?
Why have you bugged me off so bad? Okay, brilliant. I'm glad you got that one off your chest. Yes, I do that. Okay. Only chunky chips. I'm not going to do it at McDonald's, am I?
Yeah, because that would be ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous, actually.
I won't lie. I had a 20 chicken nugget box meal for breakfast today. It was like breakfast and lunch.
Right then.
Yeah.
Speaking of brunch better than breakfast, better than lunch, better than meal of all time?
Yeah, brunch definitely better than breakfast because you can have lion and you still can have breakfast food, which contains sausages.
Yeah, you can. What? So you're saying that you can have sausages for lunch, which makes brunch a win?
Yeah.
And who's stopping you having sausages for lunch on any other day?
I would never have sausages for lunch. I have them for
Put them in a
breakfast
pasta or something.
no, but for dinner, yeah, we'd never have sausages for lunch. Don't know why. They go with mash or in a sandwich.
Sausage pasta.
Do you know what? I did make it with the chili sausages the other day, but I had it for dinner. I didn't have it for lunch. But again, lunch is like lunch is soup time.
Yeah, another odd favourite food of yours.
I love soup. I have it 5 times a week. Is that bad? My baby who just doesn't eat proper food.
I understand it in like winter, but when you're eating soup in the summer, I just don't really get it.
It's leek and potato.
That's even more wintry soup because it's thick.
So
If you
good
were like,
though.
oh, I had a little chicken noodle soup in summer, I'd think it was a bit weird, but I'd get over it because it's kind of light. But leek and potato soup is like that, just, yeah, screams winter to me.
I did my shop the other week and my treat was buying a fresh soup. I know most people like sometimes I branch out and have my treat as like orange juice, but I thought no, fresh soup.
I want to be in your house. You're wild.
I have recently turned into an old woman, I think.
I genuinely think the pandemic has done that to everyone I know.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has just aged at least 30 years, I think.
I mean,
Minimum.
We literally, I said to you earlier, I'm really sorry, I've only got to this time because I've got to watch Bake Off. Like, but do you know what? We've got snacks for Bake Off. So Caitlin made, she made cheesy scones and Yorkshire puddings. So we're gonna sit and eat Yorkies while we're watching Bake Off, and I'm gonna pop some popcorn, and that's our Bake Off snacks. It's because the milk was going out. Pardon?
Interesting, you've gone for savoury options.
Oh, savoury all the way.
But in our house, you go ahead. I was going to say for Bake Off in our house, we get toffee yum yums or Bakewell tarts or something sweet because they're always making like cakes.
Because it is the new currency.
Yeah, we do use toffee yum yums as currency in the house. Well, we did before Lidl got rid of the 3 for £1 deal, and now it just needs a bit steep to pay £49 for one now.
£49? Fuck it.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I mean, yeah, it's the price we pay.
I'm probably not allowed to swear.
I'm not sure if you saw me flinch a bit, but then I thought, it's okay. Right, we actually haven't made it past the first point I wanted to discuss. But I mean, I was talking about food in the house, but so far you've told me about strictly sausages, varieties of sausages, and Bake Off.
Yeah, but we made them in the house.
No, I meant the family home.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I didn't really make that clear, to be fair. I hadn't really got to that point before you were just really passionate about talking about sausages. Staple foods in a shop. What do you never not buy?
Bread.
Mm-hmm.
I eat a lot of toast. Definitely a staple. I grab another pack of spaghetti. I don't need it. It's my favourite type of pasta. Goes with everything.
Odd choice. Spaghetti.
Spaghetti all the way.
But it's the most, like, you have to really make an effort when you're eating spaghetti.
No.
Yeah, because you have to get a spoon and twirl it, and it's not something that you can just eat without thought. Like penne, you just stab your fork in, and that's not how I use a knife and fork, by the way. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of penne at all. I'd go for fusilli before I'd go for penne.
Like a native, darling.
Where do a drama degree?
They're really good.
Thanks.
Okay, so you eat differently at uni to how you eat at home.
Yeah. Oh, another staple in my shop. Sorry, potato waffles.
Food
But
choice.
they've reduced the packet sizes to 10 now, and it's more expensive. So if you buy the Asda own brand ones, you get 12 and it's cheaper. 79p.
Brilliant. To be fair, well,
You know how
I don't have an Asda near me. That doesn't actually help me.
Oh, they're 79p in Aldi as well.
Oh, okay, that we can do
Someone's scouting around from potato waffles, you see.
exclusively.
It comes
That
up
and your
probably
sausage.
quite a lot.
Pardon?
It comes up, potato waffles come up quite a lot. I don't know any one of my friends that don't buy potato waffles in their shop.
Natalie on the meat and eat team doesn't like potatoes. Just period potatoes. Not a fan. I mean, we put potatoes in curries.
Yeah, that's so nice. It's like a sagaloo chicken curry.
Yeah. I'm sure that's a classic Indian dish. Sagaloo chicken curry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fusion of the two.
So we talk about meat. So you have made it quite clear you eat meat. Did you say you ate meat?
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe you might eat meat. I don't want to presume or anything. But when you're at uni, you don't because you live with Caitlin, who's vegan.
No, so I live with um 4 vegetarians. And there's 6 of us, but Emma's basically veggie too now. So nearly kind of 4.5 vegetarians. So I don't ever want to take like it's feel really awkward if we're all like cooking at the same time and I just put a chicken breast on the table and start cutting into it. I feel it's a bit insensitive. um, but also
Interesting.
I'm not a very creative cook. Caitlin is. So we just make things together. She teaches me what to make and we do it. And obviously if we make meals together, they got to be veggie. So I just eat veggie stuff quite a lot. And now that was mum and dad were very shocked.
Yeah. After we watched the David Attenborough documentary as a house, and I decided from that I was going to try and eat less meat, so I wasn't going to eat meat Monday to Friday, and then I was going to just have meat on weekends. And I told Grandad, and he just couldn't fathom this concept. He doesn't know what I feed myself. He was genuinely concerned. Um, and yeah,
His
we just
plan
went.
when we come over, he goes, I've bought you sausages, black pudding, white pudding, and bacon for breakfast. So I think
Yeah,
he
yeah.
might love the idea.
No, he didn't. He didn't at all. And even the other day, because obviously he's older, and so I was worried about him going shopping, and he was telling me of all the best meat deals he could get. He told me that he had for dinner just like lamb chops. He loves lemon solefish. Pardon?
Larry spots.
Larry spots. Yeah, and veg, and he can't see life any other way. I think I will be unable to keep up my meat cutting out on weekdays when we go back home, because in a similar way, I don't think Mum knows how that would work.
Your dad.
No, so I think
I don't think dad would care as much. I mean, yeah, he'll go out and he'll order a rack of ribs, but so would I. But I think if you put something in front of him, he'd eat it.
yeah,
As for mum would be like, where's the chicken?
yeah, very true. Um, we both work at a pub restaurant, and I found this interesting in terms of, so we're doing interviews with different businesses and how their businesses run and engage with the local community through food. And I relate to this when I'm in the interviews because we have worked in that industry. I suppose, how do you think the pub restaurant vibe impacts on its community and how it would differ from other businesses?
Well, I think because we're like a pub restaurant, we have more like families and stuff rather than just like other pubs around that are more you get a lot more like maybe students going in, so places like Spoons and stuff. I know they're restaurants as well, but there would be more families coming into our local pubs than the local Spoons kind of thing. We allow dogs as well, so people, if they're like coming back from a dog walk or something, they pop in. It's quite a wholesome little pub, I think.
Yeah. But I also found, like, we were talking to Bon Bon, which is a coffee shop, coffee and cake place in Loughborough, and they were saying how their staff need to be personable. So instead of just going, "How are you?" which everyone's just going to go, "Yeah, I'm all right," or whatever, asking like, "What job do you do?" or like, "What have you been doing today?" And I did think like, oh, that would be quite awkward possibly when I'm ordering a coffee if people ask me really personal questions. Yeah. Don't make me speak about what I do. But as in like personable questions, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. I would find that more uncomfortable in a coffee shop, but at the pub, I'm proper intrusive.
So intrusive. I know so many people's life stories and I love it.
And it doesn't feel uncomfortable to ask for them in a pub. And I don't know why. And it's not because they're all drunk. Okay, sometimes people overshare when they're drunk. That's probably a large amount of it. But even still, I feel like because it's so relaxed, like it doesn't feel weird, which makes it really good in engaging with the community in a way that other restaurants do.
Yeah, I think, yeah, like we've got people who come in and drink tea, like their regular order tea, lime and soda. So they don't have to drink. But yeah.
What's the weirdest food combination that you've ever tried and enjoyed?
So I
Because
don't
you can
really
say
know.
anything.
Again, we both would eat salsa with anything.
Good.
Tried vinegar on crumpets. Dad.
Why?
I don't know. Dad said it tasted nice, so I ate it and thought it was all right. I like vinegar. I like vinegar on chicken nuggets.
So much you can do with a crumpet. Why vinegar?
That was all right actually. I'd eat basically anything with either mango chutney or salsa. Chicken nuggets, big one. Salsa, mango chutney. That's not that weird though.
No, I'd eat that.
Well, you probably noticed weird things I eat. I can't think.
Well, to be fair, you eat lots, but you eat quite standard things. I know mango chutney and salsa aren't particularly standard, but as a whole, like especially when you were younger, you're a really plain eater.
Mm.
You like basic carbs, basic meat, bit of sauce.
Mm. As for now, love a bit of sauce.
Bit of sauce.
Mm.
What about go-to comfort foods?
Salted popcorn.
Yeah,
That
strong
is a
choice.
I don't know. I'm savory chicken nuggets.
Yeah, comfort foods don't have to be sweet.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a savory person, although I love cake, but I'm more of a savory person. I think I would have, mash and gravy.
So
Big
good
comfort.
with sausage and onions.
Oh, fried onions. Or I just love onions. Like I really do. They can be raw, they can be cooked. I don't care. I'll eat them. And spring onions, red onions, normal onions, the lot. They have jumbo spring onions. Did not
Pickled
know that.
onions.
Oh, I think I might draw the line there.
No, so do I. Jumbo spring onions. I've had them.
Well, me and Caitlin are very excited to try them.
It's weird. They're like spring onions, but just a bit bigger. And you've had a
Really?
spring onion, so yeah, you're not.
I don't know if I told you, but I really like spring onions.
I I think you might like just onions.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Any other comfort foods? Ice cream's a classic though, surely.
Yeah, do love a bit of ice cream, especially when it's on sale.
Yes.
Ben
Terry's
and Jerry.
chocolate orange.
White Terry's chocolate orange with popping candy in it.
Yes.
Haven't had We'll find it again.
Yeah, I miss it. Where did we even get it the first time?
No idea. Were we in Ireland?
Yeah, I feel like we must have been.
I don't know. But I've literally been looking for it for years. Jaffa cakes. For my 18th birthday, I got bought 250 Jaffa cakes.
I thought that was Christmas because you told everyone that you were annoyed that you never got them for Christmas because they do
Well,
the massive footlong ones at Christmas time, and then everyone bought you the footlong Jaffa cakes.
and well, I think I got about 4 tubes for Christmas, and then I got a box of 100 for my birthday, and because they're only a week apart. Yeah. It took me till March to eat them, but I ate them all.
But the food scene's quite exciting on your birthday, really, because you've still got loads of Christmas leftovers.
Nate, so good. I eat so much at Christmas, just as a whole. So good.
We don't eat when we don't eat when we eat food. We don't talk when we're eating food in day to day, like Monday to Friday, like. But Christmas,
Oh yeah.
you can't shut us up.
I think it's because we really drag it out. It would be a really long time not to talk because we have so you got nibbles on the table to start with, and then you put your order in for the starter. So if you have your soup, your salmon, your melon, whatever you want, and then we do the dinner, and then we do this. No, then we do the Irish coffees. No, Irish coffees come later, but we got the desserts. Then it's
No.
Irish coffees.
So we have the dinner and then we have that like solid hour where everyone just lies on the couch like this.
While me and Ryan are still eating.
Yeah. And that goes on for quite a while. And then everyone decides that we're just going to have pudding sat on the couch because people can't be bothered to do the formality of all the sitting at the table again.
It's
Um,
normally in the middle of ball games though. Dessert.
yeah, that's true. We leave dessert really late. And then
Wow.
the coffees come after that.
Oh, they do come after. I told a big fat lie.
Nine. I'm
I
doing a
can't
really, really important investigation here, and you're just throwing lies around.
can't help it. I can't.
But yeah, like you study drama like I do, and the amount of times we've both said we can't script write at all.
No.
But
I'm currently doing a script writing module and I can't script write. It's really hard.
script write a verb? I don't think it is. I said it wrong, but you've robbed with it.
Yeah.
We're not writers
No.
at all, but based on personal experience, we would both tackle writing a Christmas Day scene just because it is such a laugh.
Yeah. Between just like the family and the eating, the weird things like Daniel's Christmas fajitas.
Let's explore Daniel's Christmas fajitas. Please explain.
Eating habits. So our cousin doesn't like real food. No, he doesn't like veg or potatoes that aren't in chip form but skinny chip form, and just any components of a roast dinner apart from Yorkshire puddings. So my mum makes him his Christmas fajitas that have no veg in them. It's literally just chicken and wraps and no sauce or anything. And she's been doing it for years. Like, he's 23, um, and still eats Christmas fajitas.
But even at the age of 12, I was like, Daniel, what are you going to do if you grow up and you have children and it's Christmas Day and they want a roast dinner, but you're sat there, their dad, eating fajitas? And like 14-year-old Daniel was just like, shut up, Neve. Like, I don't need your lectures.
What about?
But I mean, I had a point.
You still have a point.
12-year-old
Just
Neve is wise.
does not mean it's not a valid point.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got better over the years. He went through a very long phase of just eating smiley faces and chicken nuggets. I mean, rate it as a meal, but not every day.
Yeah.
Quality with a bit of Cajun burger sauce, but he wouldn't eat that. So good.
Burger sauce.
Oh, another staple in my shop, Aldi, right? Do Cajun burger sauce, and it is banging, right? It goes so good with chicken nuggets. It's nice in chicken sandwiches, on burgers. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I heard it's good on burgers.
and it's really nice with chips as well. Bit of vinegar, bit of burger sauce. Oh, banging.
Vinegar and burger sauce.
Yeah.
So unnecessary.
I think I went through a lot of my life not liking any sauces really. And now I will eat anything, and I'm kind of go sauce overload, and I'll put like, I'll have curry sauce, I'll have barbecue sauce. I never liked ketchup, would never choose to eat ketchup, but now if it's on my plate, I'll eat it, but I just won't put it there. I'm not very fussy anymore at all, actually.
No, no, not really, is what we're getting from this.
Yeah. So any sauce, I'll eat it. Apart from, I don't eat garlic dip with pizza. Again, it's not because I don't like it. I just don't. I just don't
I
eat
eat it.
it.
I like it with the crusts. I like to eat the main body of the pizza and then use the garlic dip on the crust because that's just like garlic bread. It's garlic bread.
Never thought of it like that, actually. Again,
Pizza
I'm
and
not saying I
garlic
wouldn't
bread.
eat it. Oh, I love garlic bread. I like the pizza garlic bread. Ooh.
Isn't that funny? You like pizza garlic bread, but not pizza with garlic sauce.
I did.
That's a completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. You listen to the podcast Off Menu with James Acaster and Ed Gamble.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same on you. And I haven't warned you.
No, that's good. You see, like, oh my God.
But I
I'm
want to. Pardon?
a bit scared.
So we'll start nice and easy. So still water or sparkling water, Anya?
Still water by Lancer.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And poppadoms or bread?
Poppadoms or bread? I love poppadoms and bread. I eat bread more, so I probably go with bread. But now I love poppadoms.
Mango chutney.
Mango chutney. No, because you didn't say mango chutneys. Bread. Final answer.
Fine answer. Brilliant. Thank you.
Bread.
Pardon?
Depends what bread it is. If it's the seeded bread, bread. But if it's just white bread, I'll take poppadoms.
Get the choice of what bread you want.
Seeded bread. Okay.
But you just want plain seeded bread.
Yeah.
I realised that they were kind of, yeah, they're opposites in itself. But oh well. Starter. What you having for your starter?
Final answer. Leek and potato. Easy. Bang.
So well. Look at you go. Main meal.
Oh, you can't do that to me.
I can.
Anything. Depends what mood I'm in.
Right now.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what I did have for dinner today. So
No, it's your dream meal. You can't tell me what you had 20 minutes ago, unless that was a dream.
My Miller and Carter burger.
Yes. Well,
So
it's not there anymore, is it?
don't. Don't.
Okay, tell us a bit about this burger.
Right. So Miller and Carter, favorite burger ever. It's like an ultimate burger. It's huge. And it's got your classic salad, right? It's got lettuce, tomato, red onions, bit of mayo, I think. And then you've got the beef burger, but you've also got a bit of steak in there as well. And then you've got onion loaf and you've got an egg, and then you've got béarnaise sauce all over that. And it is beautiful. It comes with chips. So good. Demolish it all.
You're a beast.
I thought you just said you're obese.
That would not be nice. I wouldn't say that.
But yeah, it's a hefty burger.
Yeah.
It's not once defeated me. So
It is a bit savage that you're the skinnier sister, yet you eat like no one I've ever seen. But no, it's okay because I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. So that's fine. So you enjoy your main course, Sonia. I hope it makes you very happy. So you want your burger from Miller and Carter as your main, and what side are you having with that?
Oh, if I'm at Miller and Carter, I get a lettuce wedge on the side, and I had honey mustard dressing and bacon bits on the top. It was banging.
Yeah, but it's a dream meal. You don't have to go off the Miller and Carter menu because we all know the wedge, like we get it because it's there and it's nice, but it's not essential. It's not. Pardon?
It's not a dream side.
No, it's not.
Well, dream sides. What sides do I order? I like Zzz's do really nice. Like it's like garlic bread, but it's like a stone baked bread. I don't know.
Pizza garlic bread.
No, it's not. It's like doorstop chunky bread, but you get garlic butter.
Why didn't you pick that for your bread course or your starter?
Because I wanted soup.
Okay, so you're going for
or TGI's onion rings. Actually, I'll go for that with my burger because it goes better. But only TGI's onion rings because they are banging.
fair. Okay, and what are you having to drink?
An Aperol spritz.
Yes, all about the Aperol spritz.
Love it.
Excellent choice. And what are we going to have for dessert?
Oh, right. So
I think I know what you better than you do.
Well, see, what do you think? What do you think I'm going to say?
Creme brulee.
See, that was one of my options. It was either sticky toffee pudding or a creme brulee. But then that's quite a lot of egg. Egg in the burger, béarnaise sauce, and then egg in the creme brulee. So I might go for a sticky toffee pudding. Yeah.
Custard or ice cream or whipped cream?
Ice cream. Only option.
But it's the one you've decided to go for.
I think it would be wrong to go for custard with the sticky toffee pudding, if I'm completely honest.
A lot of liquid. I can see that.
A lot of liquid.
What
And don't get the hot and cold combination.
Yeah, I do like a hot and cold combination.
Do you remember in Max they used to do those muffins? They cut them in half and then you'd get the ice cream in the middle. Oh my god.
That was incredible. For anyone listening who doesn't know what Supermax is, that is a fast food chain in Ireland, which we haven't actually brought up, but yeah, it's like their McDonald's effectively, but they did hot muffins with ice cream and they were divine.
So good.
Brilliant. So just to run that through again. So you've gone for a still water. For starter, you've gone for a leek and potato soup, and you've gone for a seeded bread with that. You've got a Miller and Carter burger, ultimate burger, with a side of
Onion rings.
onion rings from TGI Fridays, final answer. You've gone for an Aperol spritz drink and a dessert of a sticky toffee pudding with ice cream.
Yeah.
Now, Anya, I don't want to judge you. You're my sister and all that, but I hate to think it's quite an achievable meal.
What do you mean? To
No,
eat?
it's not. No, I think I'd die. But I'm talking about, like, it's not like you're having one meal that you have. Like when you listen to off menu episodes, they're like, oh, this one meal I had in Indonesia that was cooked by this Michelin star chef that I'll never have again. You've gone for a chain restaurant with a chain side. You've gone with an Aperol spritz, which is the one cocktail we can make confidently at home. You've gone for still water, which you could get from the tap. You've gone for what else?
Leek and potato soup.
Which you could get anywhere at any time. You always make your own. So is that what you want on your dream menu? That soup you made yourself?
I would want a fresh one made for me. But yeah.
But yeah, you want it made the way you like to make it.
I'm not that fancy though. I like what I like.
I think you lack ambition in your food choices.
I think I do. I just can't think because if someone else, I get food envy. So if someone else's came, I go, oh, don't know, should I have got that? But then if I get that burger in front of me, I'm not wanting anyone else's. I know that that's what I want.
I'm not judging.
I think I prefer it to a steak.
Yeah, you do prefer it to a steak. You never order a steak when the burger's an option.
Yeah, well, it's not an option anymore, is it?
So I suppose actually that qualifies it as a dream meal now, because it's not something you can get easily because it's been taken off the menu. But
I make that burger at home.
No, you can't make that burger at home, but there is one near where you are, both at university and at home.
No. There is no Miller and Carter in Norwich.
Oh.
No, it's weird.
See, it's weird on you because it's a chain. This is my point.
You may have got me that.
I think I may have caught you. Just more quick fire questions because I like to see you stress.
Got processing problems.
What foods would you be happy to share and what foods would you not share?
Nothing. There we go. Easy. Salted popcorn. It's my comfort food. I don't want to share it.
Yeah.
Crisps. Oh, the M&S prawn shells. And I know people say they're just like Skips. They are, but they're not. They're better. So specifically M&S.
Okay.
I don't know. What have you tried to take and I've said no? Chicken nuggets. Don't even try touch my chicken nuggets because you'll lose a finger. Flat out.
I can confirm. Really, really scary. So when I asked you that question, what foods do you share? You've just given me a list of things you don't share.
Yeah, okay.
Does that mean you share everything else?
No, because don't try touch my dinner because it won't go down well for you.
You can touch mine. I won't be finished, but you can tuck into that. That's no problem at all.
Yes.
Highlighting some double standards, that was all. Proceed.
What have we shared before?
Nothing. You don't share with me. This question is a blatant dig. There is no other.
I share sweet things. It's just savoury things I don't share.
Yeah, you do share chocolates because you don't actually eat that much of them. So you're quite happy to give me some if they're going spare. Because you get chocolates and stuff for Christmas and they'll still be in your room in like October the following year. And I'll be like,
I even gave you some of my Jaffa cakes out of the
Yeah,
250.
sometimes you surprise me.
Yeah.
Right, it's a Friday night. You're getting a takeaway. What's your go-to cuisine?
Oh, Chinese. Love Chinese takeaway, but the best one is by our house. Um, Singapore noodles, salt and chili chicken. Um, they're my two definite go-tos. I like chicken chow mein. I know it's a bit basic. Um, yeah, I think that's what I go for.
I told you about Tyra's dad and the job interview he had, didn't I? There's like, so basically, he was in a job interview, and the interviewer was like, right, so would you prefer an Indian takeaway or a Chinese takeaway? And her dad was like, obviously, an Indian takeaway, like, yeah, love that. And he was like, I don't know. The interviewer was going, well, sometimes you're really in the mood for a Chinese. And her dad was going, yeah, but mate, I've just told you my favorite's Indian takeaway. Like that's my favorite. And he kept going, be like, oh, are you sure? Like, come on. And just constantly was like, no, that is my favorite. And he got the job. And then when he went to his first day, they were just like, why did you ask me that? I mean, I hope I could say this now, but it was a bit weird. And they're like, I wanted to see if I could sway your opinion if you were easily influenced by others. And it was
Oh,
like an interview technique.
I'd be awful at that. I
Yeah, you
think.
just change your mind.
Go, oh, if you want an Indian, like, oh, I'll have an Indian. I could eat anything really.
No, Tyra tried it on me before she told me the anecdote, and I was like, Chinese takeaway, 100%. And,
Yeah.
and she kept doing it, and I kept being like, no, final answer, Chinese takeaway. So I'd get the job and you wouldn't.
Yeah, true.
Um, watching TV and eating, you're a big fan.
Big fan, big fan.
What are your go-to programs?
So I've been binging Gogglebox at the moment, really, really quite badly.
I love Gogglebox.
Love it so much. Um, we're watching Bake Off quite a lot at the moment, as we stated earlier, and we've got our Yorkshire puddings to eat with it. We like to eat baked things when we're watching Bake Off because it just works, doesn't it?
I agree.
Or we eat a lot of popcorn in the house because Caitlin's got like popcorn kernels instead. Like, we don't really buy bags of popcorn because like you can put your own toppings and stuff on it. It really works. We made butter popcorn the other day. It's very American, I know, but banging.
We did that the other day, but we did it with butter and sugar just because we're trying to do ourselves wrong, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it disgusting?
No, it's really nice. Would recommend to a friend.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
What else? First dates. I love and first dates hotel.
Yeah.
I think I just like people watching things. It's a big thing in our family. We're big people watchers. Fascinated by people watching.
About watching people eat.
No, I don't want to watch people eat. And I don't. I get really uncomfortable when people watch me eat. And again, for someone who's a big eater, I will stop eating. That's the only thing that will make me stop eating. If I notice that someone's staring at me eating, it's horrible.
Yeah. Mum's really bad for that. Mum can't watch anyone. Mum is like repulsed.
When they went on their honeymoon,
Yeah.
there was this what was it, this couple, and they had like 50 chicken wings to themselves, and they were like really slobbering over it, and like, yeah, they were just eating it, really disgusting. It's all over their face. And she, I think she just went, oh, that is disgusting. And they, I think, didn't they leave?
Yeah, she stormed off, and Dad was just sat there with his wings, like, they're really nice. Do I have to leave him?
Except Dad didn't get an obscene amount to himself. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am all for a big meal, but 50 chicken wings as a starter to yourself, a bit excessive.
Excessive.
Mm.
Yeah. I realise we've really made mum sound like a snob there, and I don't think she's going to appreciate it at all. But there we go. What foods do you hate? You've spoken about the fact that you'll eat pretty much anything, but what will you not touch?
Fish.
Uh,
I won't touch it. And cheese. I know everyone loves cheese and it's such a uni staple for like everyone. I like pizza, I like lasagna, that's it. Even if I'm eating something and I think this is nice and you tell me it's got cheese in it, I will probably vomit.
there's cheese in lasagna and pizza.
Yeah, I know, other than those two things. But like if I was eating a wrap or something and then you were like, oh yeah, it's got cheese in it, the thought of eating cheese and two things that in anything else that's not pizza or lasagna makes me want to physically vomit.
Okay. To be fair, I really like ketchup and I hate cherry tomatoes with a burning passion. In fact, the only time I ever did well in GCSE English language is when you had to write about foods you loved and hated. And I wrote about my experiences of eating a cherry tomato. And my English teacher was blown away by my entry to the point she was like, I didn't know you had this capability to write. I was comparing cherry tomatoes to acid bombs in my mouth. She was like, I don't know how you managed to delve in so deep, Neve.
Really hate tomatoes. But we do you remember doing food dudes at school?
I hated that program.
So much. So basically we got like they were trying to encourage school children to eat more fruit and veg. So you got given, this was in Ireland, by the way, and it was like a government scheme. So basically you got given, everyone in the class got given little packets of either like a portion of fruit or veg. And if you ate it, you got a little prize. So like a ruler that said food dudes on it, or like little things like that. And it was horrible. And there was, my friend ate anything, so I just used to give her my portion, and I'd be like, "Look, it's empty," and I get the ruler.
Yeah, I didn't have
Yeah.
that friend. And to me, it felt like blackmail because they'd say, you can't go out to the playground until you finish eating your fruit and veg. And the fruit I'd fly through, loved the fruit. The veggies I hated. And I mean, it is a really good program, and they probably should introduce something similar over here. Now I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, this like you do like vegetables, Neve. You just had to eat them more because you eat them
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But yeah, at the time I was just like, you're taking away my freedom and force feeding me vegetables.
It's true though. To say you can't go out and play with your friends until you force this tomato down your throat is a bit brutal, actually.
You all know how I felt about cherry tomatoes. To make me sit in a classroom with the other two kids who've never touched a vegetable in their life, just like crying eating these tomatoes. Just
Kids
felt a bit.
kids who made themselves like sick just to get out of it. Like they'd be eating it and they'd be like, huh, huh. It's like, oh, just go outside. Like,
Yeah, I'm also a really bad liar for a drama student, so that didn't take me very far either.
yeah.
I forgot
No.
about that program.
Well, I've always had friends like that who would just eat the veggies for me. I'm my best friend now. We used to sometimes like she'd come over and we'd have a roast, and she loves vegetables. Like she sits and eats trays of like cherry tomatoes. Like that will be like a meal, a tray of cherry tomatoes. And she does it like like most most days. um but she, I remember this one instance where she's not a big meat eater either, so it was a great dynamic. So I chucked my veg onto her plate, she chucked her meat onto mine, and mum was turned around and she was facing away from us, but she just knew what was happening and she just said, "Get that back on your plate now." It's like, oh, okay. So I was forcing this like broccoli. Oh,
You know who was always on my side for that? Nan.
yeah.
I vividly remember before we'd even moved to Ireland, so I was what, 5, 6, And my memory is shocking at the best times. But I remember I was eating like a cottage pie, and at the time I didn't like the idea that vegetables were in that either. And I was proper like pretending, well, not pretending I was going to be sick. I just convinced myself that I was going to be sick from this.
You're a very dramatic child as well.
Yeah, so I was proper like, oh, like,
Oh.
proper like hysterical. And Nan would like, she'd like when mum wasn't looking, she'd like put some of it onto her plate and then throw it in the bin as she was scraping the remains of her plate. So like we'd be sat there together, she'd chuck it on there. So then I'd only have to eat like 3 more bites and then the whole meal was gone. And Nan was just like scraping it away by the bin, like, oh. Like legend.
I just used to get up and put mine in the bin. And then mum and dad would look in the bin and go, Anya, did you just chuck your veg away? So yeah, sorry. Like, sorry.
Fair, at that point, what can they do?
Exactly.
They can't make you eat it. It's gone.
Tactic, actually. Oh, with Nan as well. Like, it was so funny because she used to do that for us and go, don't worry, I've got a cream cake in the fridge. Like,
you'll get your nutrients that way.
She loved a Morrison's cream cake, didn't she?
She didn't like carrot cake. There's a little bit of a favour.
Oh, well, I can't drink red lemonade anymore because it tastes like carrots.
Yeah, I went through a phase where I couldn't drink that, and I loved red lemonade.
Nash's red, I nearly said lemonade. Nash's red lemonade. Gorgeous, but tastes like carrots because I used to wash my carrots down with it.
That's another Irish thing. Didn't realise how many references we would make to Irish food, but I suppose that's interesting in itself. Yeah, Nash's red lemonade. Same with apple ties that bangs. That's strictly an Irish thing. Snack bars. Mind you, I have seen them over here more recently.
Apple ties is not Irish. Cidona's Irish.
That's what I was thinking of. But they taste exactly the same. They just do.
But Cidona looks more like it's like a bottle of beer or something. So all the kids like who were in the pub when they were younger with their families and stuff would go, I'll have a Cidona, please. You'd act like you were drinking a cider or something.
It felt like a boss.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought it was so cool. It's like, oh, look at me with my Cidona. Wow. I've almost got a pint in front of me. Like,
that's the equivalent to Schlur in the UK.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the only comparison I can make. That makes the most sense. I'm now thinking about Nan and Grandad's bar in Cork, and the fact that we were like 5 years old and we were just like interacting with all these locals from the very small town of Ballygurteen that consisted of about 6 houses. So I don't know how there was any more than like maximum 12 people in there. I just still don't understand where the people came from.
I definitely got taught, like we both got taught how to pour a pint. I was about 6.
And I probably should go on the record, actually. This might be illegal. It is illegal.
But it's Nan and Grandad. So
yeah. What was I going to say though? Nan and Grandad's bar. But I suppose that goes to show though, when we were talking about pubs and what they serve to their community, there was nothing else in Ballygurteen but that. And if you didn't go to that pub, how are you going to meet people apart from going to church?
Yeah, because it's not like you could walk anywhere else, like, especially if you wanted to drink or something. And obviously you couldn't, like, if you drive there, you'd have to leave your car. So it was quite very community kind of, everyone knew everyone very well for years. Like, yeah, it was cute though. It was nice.
It was nice. But you think about it, those people that were in there that were friends, like even looking at like Nan and Mary and Dad and the guy that used to ask us random trivia questions every time we went, John. Mm-hmm. Like they just wouldn't be friends in everyday life.
Yeah, but I find that with the pub that we work at as well. Like, That's what I love about like pubs and like working in the pub. It's that you meet so many weirdly wonderful people. And I just think, how does the whole world not know about you? I think had a documentary of your life, or just the conversations we've had, like the conversations we have with Billy about he's not allowed to be our friend unless his name is Cheryl, kind of thing, like just the stupidity and stuff of it.
And I'm
So
getting Simon a role on the West End
yeah,
in
after
Les
you come,
Mis as Javert,
yeah,
but he's only going to be in it if I play Eponine.
yeah, it's just like, and Kevin, who likes 0.5 millimeter heads on his pint, or otherwise he won't drink it, even like, and he doesn't like the London Pride glass, but he likes
Tulip
tulip
shape.
glass. Yeah, so
And Colin, who comes in for the quiz, is insanely intelligent but doesn't speak to anyone. Sits there, goes, does the quiz, has 1 pint, and goes home and doesn't talk to anyone.
yeah, and
And
like
Carling Guy, who refuses to tell us his name
his
because he
name's
loves
Mike.
the mystery of being what?
His name's Michael.
I've asked him his name so many times and he says no because he likes the mystery of being called Carling Guy by the members of staff.
I know, but he didn't tell me. He told Kate. I think his name's Michael.
I'm almost disappointed.
One name you wish you never knew.
And what's his name? The guy that comes in and drinks Guinness. You know, people buy it. This is another thing, and Mum finds it really funny. Is that
Yeah,
when you work in a pub, you know people buy what they drink.
yeah.
You don't need
Alan,
to know anything else about them.
Alan's lovely. He gets 2 pride, 1 in. Yeah. It's just so sweet because like whenever it's very community based, because like anytime he walks in the pub, he's like, Anya, how's uni when you're going back and stuff. Like they do know my life story, because if you're in like if you're working behind the bar on your own on like a Tuesday day, and like they've popped in for 2 pints or something, and there's no one to talk to, because some people do come in on their own and they just chat to the barmaid. So yeah, I don't know,
I,
it's really
I 100%, if I was moving to a new area where I didn't know anyone, I would get a pub job and just work 1 day a week if I could, because I'm presuming I've got some other work. But if I was moving somewhere new and I wanted to make friends, I would 100% do bar work just 1 day a week just to get to know people in the local area, because you don't get that privilege in many other jobs at all. Like, it's all well and good being close with your co-workers, but the amount of people you speak to on just one shift in bar work.
is ridiculous, yeah. And also like I think you definitely bond with the people you work with over it as well, because sometimes it is such like oh it's such a hard job, so you're all like oh god. But again, it's normally quite like-minded people who are like chatty, outgoing. I think people who do bar work, especially in the kind of pub that we work in, they're not generally very like shy or don't like to talk to people. In most cases everyone's pretty chatty because you kind of have to be.
Or at least they don't stay that way. There's people that came into the pub shy, and by the time they've left the pub, they will speak to anything and anyone.
Well, that was like me with Screwfix, wasn't it? They used to they used to think I went home and cried after every shift, I think, because I just didn't talk.
You know,
Look at me now.
flying.
That's a fly high air.
No.
I wish she stopped like talking now. We regret it. Go back. Yeah. It was
Mum and Dad at home, if you were to think of one meal that sums up like home life, what would it be?
well, bacon and cabbage, mum's favourite meal.
Yes, that's what I would say 100%. Except she's the only one that really loves it, I think.
Yeah, especially so right throughout lockdown when it was really hot, really riled me up. boiled bacon and cabbage is such a homely, warm meal. You don't want it when it's 30 degrees outside. I mean, it's lovely. It always tastes really good, but it's just not a meal to be had in that heat. It just feels so heavy and just,
You know
yeah.
what? I feel that way about the potato soup.
Well, no one asked you to eat it. That's what you eat, Eve. Okay. Mum asked me to eat the boiled bacon and cabbage.
That is true. No, I agree. I do agree. And I mean, I do really like boiled bacon, cabbage, and potatoes. But yeah, it's a bit overkill.
Another meal that I think describes home, well, there's two. Coca-Cola chicken, because I'd never heard of it before. And I don't like, I've never seen it on a menu or anything. We just have it at home and it is banging.
Cinnamon fish.
Fish. And the pasta, the chicken and bacon and spinach pasta.
Nice.
I could just eat bowls of that.
But that's a pretty recent thing. And Mum didn't really do many home cooked meals as such until she started doing Slimming World. And then she had to make all her own food through the diet, in which case we were all just eating it. And it was actually really nice, good food, which is interesting because you think when you go on a diet that you're going to restrict yourself and eat less. As for I think as a household, we probably ate a lot more. We had a much wider variety of food.
Yeah, definitely. Since like she kind of started that. I say started that like years ago now, but I don't know. I just think they are nicer meals. Again, a bit more creative. And like I said earlier, like I actually make them at uni. Like the spaghetti bolognese, Slim World one, make it at uni. I wouldn't use a jar ever again because a jar is like £2 and tin tomatoes are like 35p. So first of all, cost effective for a student, and it's nicer. And it's like it's not extravagant things. I mean, the things that Caitlin makes are like she has every spice under the sun. She buys a load of like all these veg and stuff, which is great. But if you're in a rush, it's not great because the curry tonight took an hour to make.
Could be worse. Could be a lot worse.
Yeah, true. But I just think like with the bolognese, you just chuck it all in and it's done in like 20 minutes. Obviously, if you want, then you could put it in the oven. But if I'm just making it for me, it takes about 20 minutes.
Right. I think we should bring it to a close there. To be fair, that felt like it came to a natural conclusion. But thank you for discussing food with me.
Very passionate about food. I found out through this.
I am aware. I was aware of this before the call had began. But thank you for cementing those opinions I already had.
It did make me laugh. You're like, so we're interviewing all these like businesses and stuff. I'm like, why are you talking to me then?
Good to get individual perspectives.
Someone who loves food.
Yeah, you do.
I'm a big fan.
Quite the expert. And I'll send your recommendation through to Ed Gamble and James Acaster, and they might interview you.
I'd like to see their opinions.
I think they're going to think the same as me.
Well, I think that we'd then have to discuss it.
Brilliant. Well, thank God you don't mind discussing food, so that's good.
I just think if I can describe the burger to them, they'll understand.
Okay. Right. I'll pop that in the email.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. Brilliant. Right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.